This is Dave from the Not So Ancient Chinese Secret Show, and we talk and shoot the breeze for about 10 minutes, and then we talk about the topic at hand. And today, I'm going to be sharing about the Bose QuietComfort 20 noise-canceling headphones that I love. And I've had these for almost a year, maybe a little bit less than a year. And I initially bought them for the office and for travels, but they've been a lot better than I had ever imagined for what they could be. And what these little guys are just in-ear versions of their big honkin', they used to be over-the-ear cans that you could buy that cancel the noise actively, but these ones are in-ear versions. And so it's kind of a cool little beast because I've been eyeing the big ones. If you go traveling on airplanes, and you'll see a lot of people who have the big Bose headphones on. And I always think, great idea to get rid of the noise of the droning of the airplane and maybe kids crying, maybe my kids crying, maybe me crying in the back in cattle class. But I always find that they were way too cumbersome. I'm already packing so much gear. I don't want to have to stuff another big thing in there as well. So what's it got to do? They came out with these little earbud versions, and they're just teeny tiny. They're just your regular earbud size. And surprisingly, these have noise canceling actively in them as well. So the one minus, well, I'm going to talk about this more, but the one minus I have is the fact that the battery pack is this big chunky thing, and it's not very heavy, but it is kind of bulky, and it does weigh you down when you are wearing your headphones. Okay, but why would you want to do this? Well, if you have to work in a noisy environment, whether that's going to be an office, a coffee shop, or anything else, or home where your kids are running around with friends all the time, and you've got to actually either focus or listen to media because you're a media producer, then, hi guys, come on in. Then being able to drown out the surroundings and really focus what you want to think and listen to is important. Do you want to say hi? You can say hi. See,
I'm sweaty.
This is a point in case. My children just came in. Hey, Ben, you can say hi too. They came in from playing volleyball in the backyard. I work from home, so this is a little bit of an issue because the house is always a little bit of madness. Okay, so the other thing that it's great for is travel. Just because they're so tiny, you don't have to bring those big bulky cans anymore. These little guys can fit in your pocket, and it comes with a very nice travel case that doesn't give, bless you, doesn't give you like perfect protection, but a little bit of sponginess never hurt anybody. Okay, now on with the review. First of all, just get them. Okay, spoiler alert. I love these things, okay? They're not perfect, as most things aren't, but these things are pretty darn awesome. The build quality is really quite nice, and these silicone ear flaps are really soft. They're the softest ones that I've ever tried, and because these got these little wings and they're not Red Bull, they actually fit in your ear really well. And so you're not cramming these into your ear canal like the in-ear passive canceling noise canceling ones are. So I've got Shure headphone monitors. Can I show you these? And these ones, sorry for the wax. These ones are the one type that you literally have to cram into your ear to get any noise isolation. And these are okay and pretty decent. I find that they're quite thin sounding. These are old EC2s. They're over a decade old, but they still work, and I use them for monitoring when I'm doing productions. But I find that they're, one, not as comfortable, and two, the noise isolation is kind of weird because when you shove it so far into your canal, you start hearing like your heartbeat and your breathing, and noise from the actual wire is magnified. Now, the Bose is really quite different. These sit in your ear quite well with these silicone tips, and it's not a shoving match that you have to like dig them really deep in until you get a good seal, and the noise canceling is impressive. And because they're using electronics to do the noise canceling, you actually are getting amazing noise canceling. And it's kind of strange when I put these on, I kind of hold my breath a little because it's kind of weird. You feel like you're in this soundproof room, and it's kind of like, whoa, where did it just transport me to? And you can use these without listening to anything. You can just put these in and turn the noise canceling switch to on. And once the lights turn on, you know that you're in noise canceling mode. And what's crazy is that right away, it reduces all the noise. And it's not perfect. If you have lower frequencies, you'll still hear that, and you'll hear some people talking at you. But if you wanted to listen to like noise or static, I have links in the the notes as well to apps that I use. And so I have focus boosters as well as nap time, power naps, and things like that, that can help you just drown noise out so you can really focus on what's important. Cool. Now, they don't really fall out to me, and I really like the fact that they're travel worthy. Build quality is amazing. So what are some of the bad things? Well, one, if you're a musician, these are not going to be great sounding. Like, they sound good, but the bass is totally overhyped, right? And so it's a very unnaturally boosted bass sound that you're getting, but I can live with that. The battery life is just okay. And when I say just okay, it's 6 to 7 hours. They do have a micro USB jack on the side here. So you just plug it in with a micro USB jack and you'll be good to go. And the big positive to this is that you can use them while they're charging. So that's also a big boon. So just bring a US battery pack and you're golden for travels. Now, the other thing that I kind of don't like is the actual battery pack. Like, I mean, I know they have to put a battery somewhere, but in the future, I mean, they'll probably float, right? So they'll be weightless. So it does tear you down just a little bit. It is entirely a rubberized surface, so it is nice and grippy, but I do worry that, you know, it's going to add a little bit of stress to the actual cable that plugs into your phone. But that being said, I haven't had any issues in over a year. I'm not hard on my gear, and I do put it in the case when I am not using it. And one tip, if you are going to be traveling, I just added that little carabiner clip, and it's a locking clip. I tether everything to me because I have literally lost headphones in the airplane because they just dropped when I fell asleep, and they're just on the ground somewhere, I'm sure, shifting around. But if you tether it, just clip it onto your belt so that you know exactly where your case is, so you can put away your headphones into your case, and ta-da, you're not going to lose anything. And one big negative is the price. These are not inexpensive. They're $240 US for these noise canceling headphones. But the big thing is they do many things for me. And so it's not just a one-use case. And so bottom line, it's not just for travel. It's not just for office, although they are great for both of those things. But they also are great if you want to just take a power nap and just listen to the binaural beats app that I have linked down below as well. And you can also, it really helps you focus on the task at hand and becomes a productivity booster, especially if you work at home like me and have a crazy amount of things going on. Because we always wanted our home to be friendly to our kids' friends. We wanted it to be a welcoming place, okay? But the reality is that we still got to get work done. And so how do we do both of those things? I admit that I'm not exactly the best father when the headphones are on, but that's my work time. That's my focus time. And these do an amazing job at that. So verdict, if you want to, increase your productivity, if you travel a lot and want to be able to listen without negativity to all the things around or drown out external sounds, these are amazing. Get them. It's totally worth it, I think. So let's go to the comments and take a peek. Chris says, I have the giant ones. I use them in the cube farm at the office. Yeah, cube farm. I love it. Yeah. And I betcha if I didn't travel so much, then the big ones would be good too. And I think you'd probably agree, Bose kind of always boosts the bass, and they don't sound horrible, but if you're looking for accuracy, they definitely are not. On the opposite spectrum, my Shure in-ear monitors are totally kind of tinny actually, and so I'm not in love with these for sound either. So you kind of win some, you lose some. But that's about it. I may want to shoot the breeze. I'm just going to check on YouTube and see if there's anybody on there that needs to have any questions. The clip is a very good idea. Oh, you're very welcome. And yeah, I lose stuff all the time, dude. And so are you a dude or are you a dudette? I don't even know 1M, 1A. But I tether everything to my body because I tend to lose everything, including my wallet, including my car keys. I was literally planning to do an episode on how I use lanyards and create a system where I can easily access everything ninja. And so nothing actually has zippers or Velcro to annoy anybody when I have to get stuff. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Santi. Good morning, Lorraine. Good to have you guys here. Well, that's all I have today. And so I've got links in the description. If I have any updates, I will put them in the links as well. But thanks so much for joining me. I will try to be here tomorrow for a very short episode because I do have a live streaming client coming in right afterwards. And so we'll have to clean up and make sure we're ready to go for them. And I do have a thought of the day. Let's leave you with this. Thought of the day. Owe nothing to anyone except for your obligation to love one another. If you love your neighbor, you will fulfill the requirements of God's law. Thank you, Paul, who wrote Romans 13:18 and 13:8. Good morning. Have a great Thursday, guys, and be blessed. And I will see you tomorrow in another show.